Before we get started in the MAP tutorial, I would just like to take a moment to explain the hierarchy of users in our system. So a group admin oversees all the users and patients in your group. They can assign patients to specific users, like, for example, nurses or caregivers. And you want to think of them like a doctor or hospital administrator. They oversee everything that's going on. Users in MAP oversee patients. These can be caregivers, long-term care facility employees, or patient caregivers, dealers. They will be the ones who will most likely contact a patient about their medication adherence, similar to how nurses check up on their patients. And patients usually do not need to log into MAP. If they have a unique username and password, they can manage their medication schedule through MAP, but most of this can also be done directly on the tablet. Once you have navigated to map.medacheck.com, select the appropriate group, then type in your username and password. If you forgot your password, you can get a reset code sent to your email. Simply click, "I forgot my password." To access the navigation bar in MAP, click on the gray box with 3 lines in it. To add a patient, click Patients, Add Patient, and you'll be taken to the patient form. If your patient would like to log into MAP to view their medication schedule, click Yes for the first question. If you're setting up an Android or iOS mobile app user, you must click Yes for the first question and create a username and password for them. The mobile apps do not use the call center or follow-ups, so you need to select the proper device type from the drop-down. If your patient wants to receive reminder calls from our MedaCheck call center, select Yes for the second question. If your patient would like follow-up calls sent to caregivers, click Yes for the third question. Otherwise, select No. Examples of caregivers are nurses, sons, daughters, or anyone who is involved in the care of the patient. Select Tablet from the drop-down and create a 4-digit unlock code that will be used to unlock the patient's tablet. All questions in blue are required and must be filled out. Since I am setting up an example patient, I have typed not applicable for hospital and program. If the patient is part of a long care program at a specific hospital, be sure to include that information. The most important field to enter correctly is the time zone. If you do not select the correct time zone, the medication alerts will not be sent at the proper time. If your patient wants caregiver follow-ups to be made, the follow-up fields will be at the bottom of the patient form. You can select how you would like to be notified. If you select email, you must enter an email address for the caregiver to receive the message. If you would like a text message, you must enter a cell phone number in order to receive the text. You can add up to 2 follow-ups. To add the second follow-up, click Yes under the Add a Second Follow-up question. Once you have filled out all the information, click Save and Close. To view the patient we just added, go to Patients, Patient List. Select the correct user, and you'll be able to see a quick snapshot of all your patients. From here, you can download their medication schedules to print and edit patient details such as phone number or address. The Schedule tab shows patient schedules in greater detail. Since we have not set up any medications for these patients, it is blank. To set up a medication, go to Medications, Add a Medication. You can search by medication name or type in the NDC code, which can be found on the prescription bottle. I have searched for Advil. Since I do not see the correct one that I want to add, I am going to try searching generics. Now I can see additional options. Once you find the correct one, click on the image and then click it on the left side of the screen. The scheduling dialog box will now appear. Pick the dosage quantity, days of the week, time, and instructions. There's also an active or inactive option. Active means that the alert will be sent to the patient's tablet. Inactive keeps the information in MAP, but it will not be sent to the tablet. If a patient will be unable to take their medications for any reason, such as a planned hospital stay, you will want to change their medications to inactive. Otherwise, they will continue to receive phone calls for their missed medications. To add another time, click Add Another Time. You can add as many times as necessary for your patient. Under Medications, you can also edit medication information. This is useful if a patient's dosage or timing changes for a medication after a doctor's visit. Now that we've added a medication, we will see these changes reflected in the schedule. Next, we want to add a general alert to remind our patient to check his blood pressure. A general alert is a non-medication related alert such as check your blood sugar, check your blood pressure, check your weight, or something as simple as drink a glass of water. Whatever your patient needs to successfully manage their health. The schedule dialog works the same as when adding a medication. You can also edit a general alert, and the process is the same as editing a medication. page you will probably use the most is Statistics. When you first land on the page, you will be shown an all-patient summary. From there, you can select individual patients and see their adherence broken down by today, weekly, monthly, and all time. You will also be able to see which medications they missed and which ones they have taken, including ones they may take multiple times each day. The how-to page has video tutorials and is a resource if you need any help setting up medications on the tablet. You do not need to worry about the Manage Device tab, as we will take care of adding and removing patients from a tablet. Under the Users tab, you can see a snapshot of and manage all of the users in your group. You can also add users. To add a user, all you need to do is fill out the form to create a new login for a new user. You will see these changes reflected in the user list. From there, you can edit any details or delete them. Under My Profile, you will see your own user details and can edit them if necessary.